All right, we've got our last video. We're going to determine the glide reflection. So what is the glide reflection that maps triangle JKL? Here's triangle JKL, our pre-image, to triangle J double prime, K double prime, L double prime. This is the red triangle. All right, so we can work backwards, taking the image and working backwards to wind up at the pre-image and what transformations got us there. Because it's a glide reflection, they told us that, we are going to be working with a translation and a reflection. So glide reflection is a composition of these two transformations. So, and it could be translation followed by reflection or reflection followed by translation. The order doesn't matter, but it just combines those two transformations. So when you are looking at your starting image and your ending image, I would start with the ending image and let's see if we can work backwards to end up with this JKL. Reflections are easiest to do when all your points are lined up. Like I want L double prime to be in line with L. I want K to be in line with K double prime, and I want J double prime to be in line. And I mean in line vertically or horizontally when we're on this coordinate plane like this. So I want J and J double prime to be lined up, and then we can figure out what the reflection is. So that makes me want to start with a translation. Can we take this triangle and move it to the left so that we're lining up all of those points? So that's what we're going to do first. I'm going to take J double prime. I'm going to go to the left and see how many units it takes until it's lined up with J. So if I go to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see how that's lined up with J? That is where I'll call it J prime is. And we went to the left 5 units. So this is our translation. We're going to do the same thing with the other 2 points. So if I take L double prime, I want it to line up with L. So I want to land right here. How many units is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be the same number each time. So L double prime, L prime is going to land there. And then K, if I move it 5 units to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to land right there. There's K prime, and I can see that it's in line with K. Let's go ahead and draw in our triangle. J prime, K prime, L prime. Okay, now that all the points are lined up, it's going to be pretty easy to find the line of reflection because it's halfway between each coordinating pair of points. So what's halfway between J prime and J? Well, let's count to see how many units there are between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want half of that. So if I go 1, 2, 3, that's where I want the line of reflection. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in halfway between at that 3. Here's our line of reflection. And let's just check that we agree. So from L prime to L, 1, 2, 3 to the line of reflection. From L, 1, 2, 3 to the line of reflection. Then how about our K's? From K to our line, 1, 2. From K prime to our line, 1, 2. So this reflection line is halfway between each pair of corresponding points. So what kind of reflection mapped J onto J prime? Well, it reflected across this line. That line is crossing the y-axis, so it's going to be y equals, and it's crossing it at a positive 1. So we had a reflection across the line y equals 1. So let's write the glide reflection. We just worked backwards, so now we have to go forwards. If we're starting with triangle JKL, there was a reflection first and a translation second. So first we reflected across this line and we translated second. When we write our rule, whatever transformation you did first, go ahead and write it out. So we reflected across, and that's a capital R. I'm just going to call it line N, and below I'll say where line N is y equals 1. So that's our first transformation reflection, followed by the translation. So I have to make sure that I'm writing that this ends up in the second position, because the first position is the last transformation we did, which is a translation. And we went to the left 5 units because we were working backwards. But if we're working forwards, we're on the blue triangle. So how many units is it to get to the red triangle? See how now we're moving to the right? So we actually translated to the right 5 units. That left was when we were working backwards, and now we have to work forwards. So to move to the right 5 units, our x value is going to be a positive 5. We didn't have any vertical movement, so the y is a 0. And then we're just going to say, what are we doing this glide reflection on? Triangle JKL. And it results in the red triangle, J double prime, K double prime, L double prime. So there's our glide reflection rule.